the real world, when you lose your job, you're usually off seeking your next place of employment. But with VIPKid, you're back in the game, opening slots and teaching kids within 10 days. And welcome back to my channel and another episode of the Wednesday One Take, the weekly series where I come home, sit in front of my camera, and answer your questions. If this is the first time seeing my face, please make sure it is not the last by clicking that little red subscription button down below and the bell to be updated for each and every future video. Today's episode is brought to you by the Etsy store of Amanda Panda Teacher. Amanda sent these wonderful props that have been honestly so helpful in the last 3 weeks as I've been teaching level 4, 6, and 7. More on that later in today's episode, but thank you, Teacher Amanda. And of course, because you guys are always asking what I use in my brick and mortar classroom as a K-8 teacher and my ESL classroom, everything I love and use is listed down below in the description box, including the Rise coffee I drink every day, all the technology I use, and things that keep me organized, none of which are sponsored. They are just honestly used and loved each and every day. But without any further ado, let's get into the topic of today's episode. Ever since I started helping teachers get referred into the VIPKid program, I've gotten one question that I've never addressed on this channel or this weekly series, and that is what to do if you're fired. It used to be if you were fired from VIPKid, which very well can happen for a plethora of reasons, teachers were encouraged to go check out other ESL platforms to see if maybe it was just a platform issue and they would be happier teaching other places. Then I started getting messages from various teachers and fellow recruiters asking, how can people come back to VIPKid? It isn't their fault for reason XYZ. We don't have to get into those things. This is just strictly how people are getting rehired with this platform. And it wasn't until one of my referrals actually got in, got hired, taught for 2 or 3 months, and for various reasons got fired from VIPKid after month 4 of their very first contract. This individual wrote to me, let me know what happened, and of course they were asking for other options. Now, I've never taught ESL on other platform, but I did recommend other ones that I have seen teachers enjoy teaching on. We corresponded back and forth a few times just to discuss different things that they could do, and when I didn't hear from them anymore, I figured they probably found a platform that they were happy to be on. Fast forward 6 weeks later, they write to me letting me know how much they enjoy now teaching level 4 and 5, whereas the last time they were with VIPKid, they were teaching pre-VIPKid 1 and 2. I was very confused and I just respectfully wrote and said, oh, I see you're back with VIPKid. How did that happen? What happened for you? And they let me know, Kristen, did you know that if you get fired or let go for VIPKid, all you have to do is reapply with a different email address? Now, prior from hearing from this teacher, I had heard these rumors that you could reapply with a different email address, but I always thought these are rumors. I've never heard anything concrete from the company. Surely they always keep your bank account information, so do you have to get a whole new account to link? Apparently the answer is no, because this teacher confirmed with me all they did was change their email address, completely reapplied, used their same regular home address, social security, of course, because you can't change that, and their bank account information. When their first contract was terminated, VIPKid, as of course they should, deleted all sensitive information from their database. So when this teacher reapplied under a new email address and submitted all their sensitive information again, VIPKid didn't have any previous insight that this teacher had already worked for the company and had set up their direct deposit and all their personal information. Now, do I think this isn't good practice that teachers should just do what they want and then just get rehired with a new email address? I'm not saying that. But if something happens and you believe it is not your fault, you've been with the company for a long time, and it's something that you cannot dispute, I cannot tell you if it is right or wrong for you in your personal situation to get a new email address and apply. Just like VIPKid is within their rights to change their pay system to their tier system, I believe teachers are within their right, if it's not already in writing, to reapply and try their luck with a new email address. And with that, let's take a really quick break and thank our sponsor of today's video, which again is Amanda Panda Teacher. I want to show you guys some of the props that she sent me and how they have immensely helped me. If you've been on this channel for a long time, you know I usually did not teach above a level 4. And when I started teaching 5, 6, and 7, a lot of my reward systems, techniques, and teaching tricks were for younger students. And when I got to the older kids, They didn't want to play Find a Star. They didn't want to play tic-tac-toe. They didn't want to play any of my other games I have for my younger students. And that's where Amanda Panda Teacher's props came in handy. My favorite thing she sent, and I've used it in not just main level courses, I've used it with phonics, grammar, words to sentences. A lot of the supplemental classes have helped. Not only that, they help me retain the students because they love these conversation invoking games, and parents hear that in the class. So I will say, Amanda, not only have these props help me have a better rapport with these kids, they've helped me retain these upper students, these upper age students, I guess I should say, and some of them have become regulars. The first thing she sent me in this lovely little care package is a game called Would You Rather. And whenever a child gets a star, I pick from these. They are all different would you rather do A or B. A lot of the boys love the would you rather play basketball or soccer. This helps me hear them in conversation and lets me get to know them a little bit. We have would you rather run or dance, would you rather drink water or drink cola, would you rather eat pizza or eat a hamburger. These help me so much, not only in conversation, but when we get to level 4 and 5 and they have to start making more elaborate sentences, reading time, digital and analog clocks, telling me about their schedules, travel, and what they do with their family. This has been so incredibly helpful. Also, when they tell me what they like, for example, we'll go back to pizza or hamburger, if they are trying to extend sentences, I can ask them why. Why? Explain your choice. So Johnny, why would you rather eat pizza? And if they don't know how to answer that, I can simply flip and they can read this card. I would rather blank because blank. This has helped so much in sentence structure, especially with the older students. And of course, every VIP kid's favorite thing to happen, class in the bathroom. We can now handle that by asking the students to respectfully turn off their cameras if they're going to be in the bathroom. Amanda, I have used this more than I care to admit, especially with level 4, with kids who are taking lessons usually in the evening after dinner when they want to just run to the bathroom. All in all, these props have been immensely helpful. I highly recommend them, and Amanda sent me this little coupon code for you guys. I'll put all this information, her socials and her shop, down below in the description box, but it says take off 10% of your next order with code MOREPANDA10. I will have that also linked down below. Check out her store, you guys. I am not kidding you. I have used these props for the last 3 weeks, and they have really helped me gain rapport with upper level students, especially the teenagers. My first few weeks with the older kids were rough. They did not care about my butterflies, my cupcakes, my little games with finding a star, but they loved these get to know you games. We'll talk about sports and food and travel. And then of course, I always ask them to elaborate and tell me why. If you are also an Etsy store or a shop owner, or you make merch for VIPKID or online teaching, ESL, or any other kind of teaching or education, and you want to be sponsored in these videos, let me know. My mailing address is down below, and you can always message me via email or Instagram. I do have some people sending me merch to wear during the Wednesday One Take series. I am all about helping any teacher who is trying to grow their store, their platform, and their brand online. And thank you, Teacher Amanda, for sending these props. I am planning some travel where I will continue to teach, and I very much plan on packing this in my teacher's bag, which I pack very minimally, but this is so easy. I love this little ring. It keeps everything together, and they're already laminated. Love sponsoring teachers. So back to this idea of being fired from VIPKID, making a new email address, and reapplying. Do I think it's the most orthodox thing to do? No, but is all fair in Love, War, and ESL? Yeah, pretty much. If this company did implement a database of background checks where they could check your name to see if you have previously worked with them, that might stop this from happening. But until that does take place, teachers are free to reapply whenever their contract is terminated, again, for any reason. Now, I will put a disclaimer out there. The teachers I spoke to about this were terminated because of things that happened on the platform. Nothing with criminal background checks or anything in their past kept them from being hired. So I don't want to say, hey, if you join VIPKID and then commit a major crime, just reapply. I don't think that's going to happen during the background check phase. I just wanted to clear that up and let you guys know. But question of the day, would you reapply if your contract was terminated? or would you apply with another ESL company? And if you already work with another ESL company, let me know which one it is and your experience with it down below in the comment section. You guys know I am always down there to start conversations and chat with fellow teachers about things that are working for them as we make our way through this online teaching journey. And also, side note, there are so many teachers trying to figure out their options before that August 1st change hits, and all the teachers are going to be joining the tier system when signing their next contract, which is just a whole other story within itself. And if you've been around here 5 minutes, you know exactly how I feel about that. So if you have insight that would help other teachers, myself personally, I've never taught for another ESL company outside of VIPKID, so I cannot give any information or advice. If you guys would like to see interviews with other ESL teachers who teach with other platforms, let me know down below in the comment section what company you're interested in, why, and we'll look into getting that on the Wednesday One Take series in the future. Anyway, that is it for this episode of the Wednesday One Take. If you've not yet done so, once again, click that subscription button and the bell to be notified for each and every future video. If you've not yet done so, give this video a huge thumbs up so we can continue to please the ever-present algorithm gods of YouTube. And of course, enjoy your summer, take your time off. If you are a brick and mortar teacher like myself, rest and recharge, keep your eyes open. Let's see what's happening with the future of classroom education this fall. Fingers crossed it's not as difficult as it was in the spring, and hopefully we can see our kids in the classroom in the upcoming months. But until then, enjoy, take your time off, rest and recharge, and I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye.